welcome back to another video of CubeNerd. So today's video is going to be on a game that I made today, and it's called Ship. It's kind of like a battleship, but you don't play ships, you just fire at the enemy's ships, which are just three things on the screen. And this is only version 1. I am glad to hear any suggestions you have in the comments, so let's get right into it. So I'm going to go ahead and play it. It's called Ship right here. So you're this little cursor here, and then you click enter to shoot. And yeah, you get 45 shots. So I'm just gonna, oh, I actually hit something there. If you saw the little thing that said hit. So I'm just gonna waste a few of my shots here so it doesn't take so long to show you, and then at the end, in the end, it'll say you lose, and it will show you where the ships were. So oh, I got 2 of them. Can I get all 3? I'm gonna guess right there. Nope. Right there. Nope. Right there. Nope. There. Nope. I probably only have a few shots left. Oh, I actually got it. Wow. I had 7 shots left. So if you win, it says shots left, 7, or however many shots you have left, and then done. So like in the end, if you're like playing against your friends or whatever, this is like your end score. So you want to have the highest end score. So the highest end score would obviously be 42, because that's 3 shots, because it counts as a shot if you actually hit a ship. So if you saw the hit in the corner, it's actually a pause, but I was kind of spam clicking enter, so you probably really didn't see that. But if you go back and watch it again, you'll be able to see that. So now we're going to show you how you can do this for yourself. I know this looks very messy. It's okay. It's how the program works. So first off, you're going to clear home. Then random integer 1, 16 stored into A, 1, 8 stored into B. So this is the ships. So it's just a bunch of random integers, so it goes somewhere randomly on the screen. I'm just going to go through that. A stored into G, B stored into H, C stored into I, D stored into J, E stored into L, F stored into M, 4 stored into Y, 0 stored into S, 45 stored into Z, and 8 stored into X, and then I believe there's 3 stored into T, and that is all there is. So, all of this stuff here is basically just setting up the game. Now we're actually getting into the running part of the game, and I will explain what each of the variables does also. So, at this point in the video, I want to give a shout out to CubeNerd, who is a friend of mine who is making a channel about Rubik's Cubes, so I'll have a link in the description to that. I hope you check that out, because it's going to be really cool. He only has 1 video, but he's going to upload another one very soon, so yeah, cool. So now we'll keep going with the programming tutorial. So repeat until t is equal to 0. So t is like the how many ships you have sunk, quote unquote sunk, or z is equal to 0. Get key, store into k, and z is your shot number. Get key, store into k, clear home. If k is 105, so that would be the enter key, because remember it goes 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105. And if you are a little confused on that, you can watch some of my other videos that I have a playlist about TI basic programming tutorial stuff. So watch that if you're a little confused. So then if k is equal to the enter key, as I just said, z minus 1 thrown into z. So it's saying if k was equal, if the person that's playing pressed enter, then take their shot number and decrease it by 1. Then we output x comma y, the plus, so that's supposed to be your little aiming thing. I suppose you could make it whatever you feel like. You could make it like a period or something like that. I like the plus though. So now we move on to the piecewise expression stuff. So y plus k equals 34 minus k equals 25 stored into y. I've explained this on a few of my videos, and I guess I'll explain it on this one too. So what this is saying is y plus the key equals 34, which is the down arrow key, minus, if it's the up arrow key, stored to y. So if one of these k equals 34 or k equals 25, if one of them is true, it becomes 1. So it'd be y plus 1 minus 0, because you can't have up and down at the same time stored into y. So it basically says y plus 1 minus nothing stored into y. So it'd be y plus 1. So that makes it go up. Then x plus k equals 26 minus k equals 24 stored into x. Then this is the stuff to wrap it around the screen. So if max x is equal to 0, 17, 1 plus 15, not x, store into x. And I do the same thing for y. I suppose I can kind of explain this. So the 0, 17, it's comparing x to a real value. So it's saying if x is 0 or 17, so that would, if it's a not one of these numbers, it'd give it a 0. Or if it was 0, it'd give it a 0. If it's 17, it'll give it a 1 because max. Then 1 plus 15, so it multiplies the number by 15. So if it's 1, it'd multiply it by 15, which would give, so if it's at 17, you have 1. And so 1 times 15 is 15, plus 1 is 16. The same thing is true if it's 0. So if x is 0, it multiplies it by 15. 0 times 15 is 0, plus 1 would put it at 1. And that's how that works, if you were curious. That's all thanks to Z-Dude, by the way. So thank you for that. He helped me with the battle program. And that's where I got that stuff from. So now we reach the winning conditions part. So if y is equal to b and x is equal to a and the key that was pressed is equal to enter, then s plus 1 store into s, pause, quote, hit, exclamation point. If you're wondering where to get the exclamation point, hit the math key, go left 1, and go down to 4. So I'm just going to hit clear to get out of that. Then what I do is I have 0 stored into B, 0 stored into A. So if you try to click enter while you're in the same spot, it won't give you hit because otherwise the game would be rigged. You find one ship and you just click enter 3 times and then you would win. So yeah, that's why I did that. Then T minus 1 store into T. So the T is the ship hit value. So you want to hit all 3 ships. So it starts out at 3, and then it'd be 2 now, and then if you hit another one, it'd be 1, and then when it gets to 0, you exit the repeat loop. Or if you run out of shots, you exit the repeat loop. Then end, because remember, if you have an if-then loop, if you have an if-then loop, it has to be followed by an end. But if you just have an if, it'll only run the line that's right below it, but you don't need an end for that. Okay, and then it's kind of repetitive here. So if y equals d and x equals c and k equals enter, or 105, then s plus 1 store into s, pause, quote, hit, 0 store into c, 0 store into d, t minus 1 store into t, end. So basically, I am making sure that if the cursor is on one of the ships and the enter key was pressed, then it will display hit, and you actually hit the ship and destroy the ship. Destroy the ship. Okay, so then if y is equal to f and x is equal to e and k is equal to enter or 105, then s plus 1 store into s, pause, quote, hit, 0 store into e, 0 store into f, and t minus 1 store into t. End. So I just ended that and then ended the repeat loop. So if t is equal to 0, so if the ship number, which remember we're subtracting, so we want it to get to 0, then clear home, pause, output 1, 1, U1, display, quote, shots left, comma, Z, return, end. If Z is equal to 0, so if your shot number is equal to 0, then clear home, output H, comma, G, comma, quote, the multiplication button right here. And this is showing you where the ships were, so I suppose if you wanted to, you could make this like a pi or the I for your imaginary number or whatever you'd like. So I do that for H and G, J and I, M and L, which were like H was A, G was B, J was C, D, E, F. And so what I did is just took those values and stored them into that so you could see where the ships actually were in the end. Then pause, quote, you lost, and an exclamation point here. Return and end. So that is actually the end of this program. So I hope you enjoyed this program. And I'm actually going to show it off one more time, but this time I'm going to purposefully lose. So I'm just gonna press this a lot. This is probably kind of annoying, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna start to slow down once I think I'm getting closer here. So you lost, and then it shows you where the position of the 3 ships were, which was actually kind of close this time. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are not a subscriber, I hope you go down there and click that subscribe button right now. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for that. I enjoy your support. That's not what I tried to say. I really appreciate your support, so thank you for that. I hope you all check out CubeNerd's channel and you all join the Discord link, which I will also have in the description, so you can chat about programming stuff. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.